At Hotel Babylon, we're used to high-profile clients and their extravagant requests. So, who would you guess attracts the most attention and is the most demanding of all? If you think royalty, think again. I'll tell you. Premiership footballers before a big game. Wedged up young blokes, fit as butcher's dogs, and generally half as smart. Told to behave, even though they're eager to sample the excesses they quite rightly think a hotel called Babylon will provide. It's like lighting a firework and ordering it not to go off. At this hotel, we don't mind the hijinks that obsess the Sunday tabloids. But you should never take the piss out of hotel staff. To paraphrase that fictional, mild-mannered scientist just before he turns an ugly shade of green, don't make us angry. You really wouldn't like us when we're angry.
Mr. Dovich, I hope you enjoy your stay.
Your hotel comes highly recommended. I'm fully confident I shall enjoy my stay to the maximum.
Oh, great. When you finish mentally undressing the guest, do you think that you could be persuaded to do some actual work?
I've mentally undressed him, got nasty in a hot tub, showered, got nasty in the shower, got dressed and came back down to reception.
All in the 10 seconds that it took for the footballers across the lobby.
A bum that tight sets off a fantasy sequence like a bell triggers a dog to draw. Don't tell me it doesn't have the same effect on you.
No requests for autographs, no addressing by name, no staring, no touching, no talking to, no smiling at, no smoking in the presence of.
Can we breathe the same air, or should we switch to anaerobic respiration in their presence?
Sorry.
Morning, Anna. Come and sit down.
Oh, good morning.
You all know how long I've been schmoozing every club in the Premiership to use this as their London base.
God knows why.
Oh, how do I put this into words you understand? Oh, yeah. For their money.
Modern footballers are a bunch of tossers. I mean, can you imagine Bobby Moore issuing a rider instructing people not to smile at him?
Not a chance. Bobby Moore, the good old days, eh? They go out on a Saturday afternoon, win the World Cup, then Sunday morning they'd be back at home mowing the lawn.
Ah, the good old days.
You know, you can make an allowance for nerves if it was the final tomorrow. But it's a quarter-final against non-league opposition, for crying out loud. Bunch of powder-puff prima donnas.
In Italy, the footballers behave like men.
Unless they get ever so slightly nudged in the penalty box.
Yes. Then they behave like crying little girls who have their legs smashed to pieces with hammers.
This list was issued by the club's head of public relations. Now, if she says no smiling at, we do not smile at.
Well, with Peter Yardley as manager, you won't need that. He'll keep them well under control. The man was a legendary captain in his day. Complete opposite of today's mercenaries.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a meet and greet with Peter Yardley and the woman who issued this list. Tony?
Yes?
Why don't you join us? You might get a more rounded view.
You know, I did once have lunch with George Best.
Really?
Here we go.
Yeah, well, I say lunch. I served him a club sandwich at the Royal Lancaster and then stood behind a yucca and watched him eat it.
Oh, best friends then, huh?
Tony reckoned Bestie even chewed his sandwich more skillfully than a mortal man.
God, give me strength. Tony?
That man played for the love of the game. The game, not the dough.
There's a reason you never see top players on kids' TV, and that's because kids' TV contains, kids. And sure as dogs have fleas, kids have germs. Listen, Anatoly didn't resurrect this club from Division 2 only to see his assets ravaged by chickenpox, OK? The answer is no.
Miss Doll, sorry to keep you waiting.
Well, it has been rather irritating, Miss Mitchell.
Peter Yardley, club manager.
Club coach.
My days at coach was something you sat on to get to a match.
Yes, well, we still sit on coaches, but that's just to keep their minds focused on the club's share price.
This is my head concierge, Tony. He'll be helping to look after you while you're here.
Big fan, sir, big fan. March 1976, White Hart Lane. Etched in my memory for life.
Good game, that was.
How tragic that a life is so bereft of incident that the memory of a football game should take on such preeminence.
Beg your pardon?
I need to talk to you about security.
Paging Mr. Lucan. Paging Mr. Lucan. Paging Mr. Lucan. Paging Mr. big fans. Massive strike against Chelsea 3 weeks ago.
Thanks.
Forgive me for talking to you at all, but I just wanted to say that if there's
Anything you want that room service can't provide, you can text me, Mr. Hawker, on this number. Anything at all, day or night.
Seen this, genius? Second front cover in 3 years.
Great.
Hey, mate, a nice glass of champagne, please. What you playing?
Footy.
What team are you?
Us.
What player?
Myself.
You really need to broaden your outlook, do you know that? Oh, Soppy. Look after that.
The paparazzi will stop at nothing to violate the image rights of my players. So, I want you to enhance the security on all the entrances to dissuade them from infiltrating the building.
I don't think it's necessary. I've given strict instructions to the lads to go straight up to the rooms after supper.
In any event, our current personnel makes Hotel Babylon impossible to infiltrate.
My club are paying an awful lot of money to stay here. In future, they could choose to spend a great deal more in Hotel Babylon or elsewhere.
Consider additional security on its way.
Once I've spoken, I take it as read that the appropriate action will automatically follow. Thank you.
Warm as a gravestone, that one, Mr. Yardley. That's all I can do to stop myself jumping up and giving her a great big hug.
Most people who do her job are like on the outside. Marina's all the way through.
So what'd you do, ignore it?
Yeah, I try.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Hotel Babylon.
Thanking you kindly.
Oi! And what might your name be?
Darren.
Well, Darren, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
How come?
You pose a security hazard.
I'm only 10.
Why don't you let me deal with this?
I think I can handle a pipsqueak on a chopper, don't you?
Of course. You know, in the right light, you're scarily maternal. It's just that...
What?
You're about to make him cry.
Get rid of him.
Nice wheels. Autographs, is it? How did you know that the team was here?
Saw the coach going down the edge of the road and followed it on me bike.
You like this bunch of Herberts, then?
The whole team came to visit a boy in my school when he was in a coma.
Really?
He woke up the next day.
Well, I'll tell you what. You leave the book with me tonight, and I'll see what I can do.
Your boss told me to piss off.
Well, only really important people get to wear uniforms, so who do you think's the real boss? Me or the annoying lady? Come here. Off you go.
Thanks, mister.
Turn left through the double doors and the gym's on the right, sir.
Great.
Can I help you, sir?
I need more pillars.
Of course, sir. And how many would you like?
About 8.
8.
Yeah, I like to be comfy. Is that all right with you, Mary?
My name's Ben.
You know, I think we all know what that's short for, don't we?
I'll have 8 pillows sent up directly.
Make sure you don't touch any of them.
Ben, everything okay?
Fine.
Good morning.
Your room is 103, Mr. Boscastle. I'll have someone take up your bags.
As you can see, I'm travelling light.
Boscastle? Isn't that the flooded village?
Family's originally from there.
Oh, that's unusual to be named after the village you come from.
It's a Cornish tradition.
I was in Cornwall last year. Boscastle's beautiful with their cliff-top walks and the Witches' Museum.
Thank you.
Amazed they let you out.
That is the 6th this afternoon.
From Boscastle.
No, all dressed in black and have gone straight to the bar.
It's a very, very small Johnny Cash convention.
And did you notice that not one of the men has flirted with me?
Anna, you do realise, don't you, that not everyone with lead in their pencil wants to get inside your knickers?
Tanya! You should have finished by now. Tanya? Tanya? Babe! Babe! What's wrong? Babe. Shh. Shh. It's okay.
Welcome, friends. First, we must know each other. You are?
I'm Stephen from Colchester. Hello, Stephen from Colchester.
You are?
Meg from Romford.
Hello.
Meg from Romford.
Who are these for?
For them.
Okay, allow me.
My name is Maureen, and I'm from North West London.
Hello, Maureen. North West London. And you are?
Oh, I'm Martin, and I'm from a village just outside
Just the region, please, Martin.
Norfolk.
Hello, Martin.
Martin from Norfolk.
Who's with the sparkling water?
You know Tanya, our Croatian chambermaid?
Mm-hmm.
She's convinced that a guest that she saw walking down the corridor is the man that murdered her 6 neighbours during the war.
Is this a joke?
No. Found her in the bathroom. She was shaking. She could barely talk.
Oh, I have seen it before. Some of the staff that come over as refugees from God knows where. Her memory's probably been triggered by a foreign accent, that's all. She'll be fine. Give her a scotch, send her home, and expect her to be all over you with embarrassment in the morning.
If I wanted to give her a scotch and send her home, I would have gone to Rebecca.
Even if what she says is true, which I'd put money on it really isn't, our limit can only ever be sympathy. Please, give her a scotch.
And send her home. One of my team needs me. I don't suppose you remember what that feels like?
Jackie.
Don't.
Excited about tomorrow? Hey.
Sorry, what?
You excited about tomorrow, Clyde?
Yeah.
I remember my first FA Cup quarter-final.
You're doing it again, boss.
What's that?
You're boring everyone rigid with your old war stories.
Just trying to relax the boy.
I'll keep the boy genius relaxed. Don't you worry about that.
Hey!
Yes, sir.
These rollets are staying.
Oh, I can assure you they're freshly baked.
Hey, come on, lads.
I'll leave them alone. They're just having a bit of fun.
Come on, get me another one, yeah? Yes, sir.
Sling you up, come on. Get out of here.
Liven yourself up, you mug.
It's just a bit of fun, James.
Well, in that case, I'd better hot-foot it to Savile Row to repair my splitting sides. The extra heavies that we ordered have arrived.
I'll inform Miss Stoll. Miss Stoll, the additional security you requested is in place.
Good.
I did have another thought. I'd rather you didn't do that, sir.
You're a lesbian.
I'm the manager of this hotel.
So you have nice ass.
That's enough.
All right, Salvador.
Do enjoy the rest of your meal.
I'm going to have a quiet word.
It's just a bit of fun.
Bollocks it is.
No, thank you, Tony. Just do your job.
Wait, hang on. No, excuse me.
Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Manager off for a quick tipple?
He famously never touched the stuff.
Oh, he's touching it now.
Sleep tight, sir. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Thanks.
In the old days, the kids served an apprenticeship with the reserves until they were fully developed.
20 grand a week for doing what you love. Oof, must be a nightmare for them.
Night, lesbian. Hey!
Is there something you haven't told us?
Yeah, men in packs are bastards.
They're going up for a quiet night. Why don't you knock off?
Head of European operations specified that I oversee every aspect of their stay in person.
Well, why don't you take a room upstairs and oversee every aspect of me overseeing every aspect of their stay in person?
I could use a bath.
At school, I was the goalkeeper. Known for a safe pair of hands.
Everything by the book, best behaviour. Think of it as a taste of management opportunity.
Well, professional is my middle name.
Thank you.
I thought it was Marion.
You mention that to anyone, and I'll break your tongue.
Yes.
You know the 6 guests dressed in black who all went to the bar?
This is a song I don't know. If it's a riddle, I really don't want to hear it.
They all just went into the same room.
Well, maybe they're pallbearers on their way back from a funeral. Burying the deceased is tiring work. Perhaps they've nipped upstairs for a little lie down.
Up together.
United in grief.
Don't you want to know what's really going on up there?
OK, how old's the eldest?
65.
Well, no, I really don't want to know what's going on up there.
Why's it always got to be about sex?
It doesn't always have to be, it just nearly always is.
Mr. Kendall, 302? How long would I have to wait for a taxi to take me to West Kensington?
That is 10 seconds, sir.
No, that's too long.
5.
Perfect.
Shall we do? Allow me to show it to your cab, sir.
I'm surprised to see you still here. Jackie told me who you thought you saw. Thousands of European businessmen pass through the hotel every year.
Dragan Milandrokovic. I didn't think I saw Charlie. I saw Dragan Milandrokovic.
Tanya.
Today he holds credit card and a briefcase. 10 years ago, it was Kalashnikov rifle and a horse whip.
Go on and get some rest.
Jack told me also.
The longer you spend around here, the more upset you're going to get.
I'm stupid.
You're not stupid. You're just mistaken.
Yes, I am mistaken. To expect management to care about foreign chamberlain.
When I typed in Dragan Milandrokovic, I got a couple of hits connected to some fairly gruesome stuff in Croatia at the height of the war.
So, Tanya's not completely mad?
No, this is a shot of Milandrokovic that I've found. We now search the guy in 704. Michael Dovic. He's a highly successful construction entrepreneur from Croatia. Built an orphanage for kids whose parents were killed in the fighting.
They're both from the same area?
It's a coincidence. They're completely different personalities. One guy ruins the country, the other guy's devoted to rebuilding it.
What better way to disappear than to become the mirror image of who you used to be?
Jackie, I genuinely admire your support for Tanya, I really do, but this is just not the same bloke.
She was so convinced.
They look the same to you? Me neither.
I'd pop out now, it's quiet. What for? I spot a room service.
Room service comes from our kitchen, Luke.
Uh-huh, but not everything our clients want is on the menu.
Gino found this on the bar. Anything, anytime. It's class. Get these knocked up in a tube station, especially for football players, did we?
Mm-hmm. You always say a good concierge goes the extra mile.
As long as it doesn't take him over the line.
The line?
Told you on the first day, Luke. There is a line over which thou shalt not cross.
But you also said everyone chooses for themselves where that line is.
Indeed I did.
So can I go now?
I don't know, son. Can you?
Wow! Look at this! Right, that's it!
Told you that's a proper gaff, this. Oi, come out. Good evening, ladies.
Yes, sir.
I want a massive bottle of Moet brought up to my room. And I want one of them great big Mars bars.
Well, if you call room service on the suite, sir, they'll be happy to provide you with anything you require.
Well, why don't you be a good little soldier, yeah? And, see to it personally, yeah? What do you want? Here you go, look. Yeah, have what you want, yeah. Oh.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sergeant Major, sir. No, he's a lovely little thing. He's lovely. He looks great. Come on.
So then, are you sure I get to meet Clive Hocker?
Trust me, sweetheart, we're like brothers.
Brothers? I've never had brothers before.
Oh. Now, why do I find that hard to believe? Oh.
Nothing Tony can't handle.
Surnames of the 6 guests dressed in black are all towns in Cornwall.
Maybe they're a group of subversive pasty makers.
Something is going on out there.
It's called Group 6, and as long as they don't break anything and can settle their bill, we don't care, remember?
Room 704, please.
Sleep well, sir?
In London, I sleep like a baby.
Air pollution has that effect on people, sir. When they run out of anaesthetic at the local hospital, they stick the patient's heads out the window for 2 or 3 minutes.
That's nothing, you know. In my hometown, we don't say we breathe the air, we say we chew it.
Oh, that's not necessary, sir. I'm just making conversation.
It makes my stay more pleasant. Good night.
Thank you, sir. What a nice guy.
Perhaps I should tell Rebecca about our Cornish contingent.
Or better yet, have a word with them in person.
Yes, Mr. Boscastle.
I've been trying to order room service, but each time I phone down, they think I'm playing a practical joke and hang up.
Why? What are you trying to order?
6 plates of bacon.
With
Just bacon.
6 plates of just bacon. No bread, no eggs.
6 portions of 5 rashers. Unsmoked.
Right, yes, of course. Leave it with me, sir.
Within the hour, please.
6 plates of bacon.
Well, at least you can rule out one part of the mystery.
What's that?
They're not Jewish.
Yes. Oh, darling, baby.
Now, don't get me wrong, you continentals, you know, you've added a lot of culture to the domestic game, huh?
It's true enough, but it is a global game now. Clubs just want the best players. Hey, darling, you want me spank your saucy naughty sweet cheeks now?
Oh, yes, please.
What? Room service. Well, come in then. Put the champagne on the table and the Mars bar over there.
Sorry, sir, where exactly did you want the Mars bar?
Over there.
Oh, wicked, thanks. How old are you? How old are you?
16 last week. Wait, private no nuts. Stop fishing about for a tip and get out.
My boy's a big fan of you guys. Now, I'll probably get sacked for asking, but he's terminally ill. If I was to come home with your autographs, I'd be flavour of the month. Well, life, which in his case is going to be tragically short.
I said out.
He was born with kidneys the size of walnuts.
What, were you deaf?
When's Clive going to join in?
Soon, babe, all right? Soon.
Would you sign?
Nobody's signing nothing.
Please. I'm going to be taking this gentleman to another room, sir.
Are you bollocks?
Do you really think that this is a healthy environment for a lad of his age?
I saw a lot worse.
Yes, and with all due respect, sir, look how you turned out. Oh, by the way, you tip far too generously.
You jumped up, little prick.
Hey, Dave, what are you doing?
Seem to have dropped your towel, sir.
I'm going to get you sacked so fast you'll have a nosebleed.
Is this how you dreamed that you would end your career when you started out, sir? Exposed in the Sundays for procuring girls for the most promising prodigy the game's produced in years?
You wouldn't dare.
Well, let me find him another room, and you never need know. So? Is that your bag, sir?
Yeah.
Excellent. After you. thought I'd got them wrong, because a little bird told me that the team makes hospital visits to sick children.
Oh, they do, but only because it's an easy way to shag nurses.
Is it like that every time you share a room with him?
Dave calls the Premiership the ride of a lifetime.
And you?
I just want to play football.
I see. Well, I shall make sure you're not disturbed.
Thanks. Oh, Tony, I'm supposed to give you something, you know, for your trouble.
Not tonight, son. You sleep well. And this is?
I was asked by a guest to get something, so I did.
I see. And in the bag?
If I don't get them what they want, Tom, someone else will.
Oh, good for you. And in the bag?
But, Tom, if the club wanted them to live like priests before big games, then why'd they bring them to a place called Babylon?
Number one, you never bring dollies into the hotel that I don't recognise, no offence.
None taken.
And number two, for the third and final time, what's in the bag?
You think what, Tom? Drugs?
I was running errands for people when you were making your mum's day by filling your first nappy.
When Maradona used to play in Italy, you get off the plane from Buenos Aires and hold up 2 footballs for the paparazzi. You know what was in each one? A kilo of pure cocaine. They're all sorted for drugs, Tom. I'm cleaning up by getting things less readily available to them.
See him out. Clean that up.
Yes, Tom.
Stop calling me Tone.
Yeah.
Room service.
Bacon?
Yes, sir?
Leave that fast, please.
I'm afraid I can't do that, sir, in case someone takes it between my leaving it and you're collecting it.
I'll collect it as soon as you leave it.
I'm sorry, but I'm charged to bring the bacon up and into your room, sir.
Leave the bacon and go away.
It is more than my job's worth, sir. I see. So it's just shagging meat. Well, at least you had the decency to bring your own bedding.
Close the door.
Okay. What you guys get up to behind closed doors, it's your business. If that's what turns you and you and you and you and you and you on, then who am I to judge?
Why don't we just take the bacon and let her go?
Not possible.
Not only is it possible, it's absolutely what you must do.
I'm sorry, young lady. You've seen too much.
Hey, mate. You like you could use a drink?
What is it about money that makes people think they can do whatever they want and treat everyone else like shit in the process?
Is Karl Marx in tonight? I thought he wasn't coming until next week.
Restore my faith in humanity. That business upstairs, you didn't really enjoy that, did you?
Enjoy, I loved it.
Well, what about a little thing called self-respect?
Talk to the hand because the tits aren't listening, yeah?
Fizzy walked on a slice of vodka, Gino.
Right?
Well, it looks like another shot of vodka, absolutely.
Have evening.
Disillusioning. Now, if Mr. Yardley there knew what his players were doing upstairs, he would not be sat down here drinking with his buddies.
They're not buddies, they're baddies.
Go on.
South London gangland. Very rich, very violent, very good tippers.
There you go. There's your make sure you count that. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello, what?
Well, didn't you just see what I just saw?
I saw one man give another man an empty envelope.
Well, you're blind. You're supposed to know the seams.
Thank you. See you later.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen.
Lovely. Thank you.
Very good to see you.
Well, I just found a Premiership manager.
I saw an empty envelope. And if you lucky only cap in one piece, that is what you saw as well.
God, that's Peter bloody Yardley.
Dickies, selling his allocation like many others. Wouldn't he be a fool if he was not on the make, like everybody else?
Everyone except the fans, Gino.
All over the world, fans are screwed. That's the way it is.
Yeah. Well, tonight I've had a bellyful of the way that it is. Hey, Donny. It's the Yardley. Could you sign that?
Sure.
My dad took me all the time to see you play.
Them were the days, eh?
You never went down, never dived. My old fella used to say that you were the most honest player in the league.
I'm tired, son. Maybe tomorrow, eh?
May I? Are you anxious about the match?
Having a laugh. Our squad's been handpicked from all over Europe at vast expense. They could stay in the hotel in bed and still walk it.
Well, you don't sound as pleased about that as you might.
Look, son, when I played, the FA Cup was a beautiful dream everyone got a shot at. Now it's got all the romance of a spreadsheet.
Mr. Yardley, your boys are running riot upstairs.
But they win.
And that's all that matters.
Winning's good for business. That's all that matters.
Well, my old man would turn in his grave to hear you say that.
Then maybe he's better off where he is. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What are you doing up?
Couldn't sleep. So how's it been?
These people, they're vile.
Well, you say that as if you want to do something about it.
What if I did?
Such as?
Well, if I were to say it out loud, I would probably lose my job.
Then don't say it out loud.
What about all the business the hotel would lose as a result of me doing something? All that money.
I'm coming around to the idea that the satisfaction we would gain would be compensation enough.
Seriously?
Make it a team-building exercise. I'm sure you'll find James amenable, and Charlie, and Gino, and Ben.
Ben?
Or definitely Ben.
And you?
I will be in the gym, running off some steam. Oh, Tony. Rule number 1?
Don't get caught. Well, looks like it is a game of two halves. James, have you got a moment? Luke.
What's going on?
What would you gentlemen say to a little wager?
Depends what the odds are.
Long.
Then it would depend on the bet.
Imagine there was a group of people that you took a severe dislike to.
Could you be more specific? Dislike is not my default position.
Imagine this group of people were in the immediate vicinity.
You're looking to stitch up our overpaid sporting guests.
But your teachers loved you.
Yes, they did. They used to give me extra attention so they could spend more time with me. What are we talking about here, then? Serving up one of our special breakfasts?
You in?
Yeah, all right.
Count me in.
And me. Luke, you staying on your side of the line, or are you joining us on mine?
Joining you.
Good lad. So, as they say in the sporting fraternity, game on.
We have no wish to keep you here against your will, but seeing as you forced your way into our room, I'm asking you to remain of your own volition for a little while longer.
You really think that the world is going to end tonight?
According to the prophecies, the world will end in exactly 42 minutes, at which point the planet Earth will collide with a massive asteroid of dark matter. Precisely 30 seconds prior to impact, I've arranged for the 6 of us to be plugged from certain vaporization by pan-galactic nomads from a tertiary spiral of the Milky Way.
You can't really believe this mumbo-jumbo.
We do not merely believe, we know.
So how come no one else knows?
There are others making their own arrangements.
All right, so why hasn't it been on the news?
It has been decided to allow humanity to be extinguished without the grotesque trauma a mass panic would inevitably bring.
This is ridiculous. I have a hair appointment tomorrow.
Trust me, you don't.
Okay, so what's with the bacon then? What, is that your last meal before poof?
In order to be salvaged prior to impact, our bodies will be required to travel at great speed, thus depleting muscle tissue. I have been advised that bacon has the requisite protein to sodium chloride ratio to most quickly rectify that damage.
Okay, I see. You're completely mad, aren't you?
Anyone ignorant of the impending cataclysm would no doubt imagine the same.
I have arranged the bacon, Adrian.
Thank you, Maury. Now, excuse us. We must prepare for our journey.
Yes, of course. How are you proposing to do that? You going to hang a large towel out of the window?
Bacon and suspended animation through hypnosis.
Hypnosis, right now, Paddy.
So, let us feed.
Swiftly! We're here! We're waiting!
Maureen, it's the hotel fire alarm.
It's our saviours!
The electromagnetic shockwave from the impact must have blown the electronic circuits the length and breadth of the country. We must hold fast to our prescribed course of action. Maureen, when I advertised for fellow travellers on my website, I requested people who would remain calm in adversity. Now, all of you, repeat after me. Calm in adversity, ecstatic in salvation. 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 Now, take us. And God help everybody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay calm. We've got every reason to believe that this is a false alarm. Stay in the lobby, though, so we can check the rooms out and clear the alarm. In the meantime, I'm going to have hotel staff pass amongst you just to tick your names off, make sure that everyone's present and correct. Thanks very much for your cooperation.
Now this is interesting.
Listen, I've been all over Europe with this team. I have never seen my boys treat...
If you have something to say it in my office.
All present and correct except Mr. Dovic, Clive Hocker, Anna, and 6 weirdos.
Right, well, Tony checked Clive into the suite, so I'll go and give Mr. Dovic a call.
I have, there's no answer.
Well, we both saw him check in, and he's not gone out, has he? Shit. Get the security to meet me in Mr. Dovic's room pronto.
What about Anna and the pasta makers?
Just do it. Mr. Dovic, it's the manager. Jesus. Tanya, you should have stayed at home.
It is him!
Tanya.
Dragan Milandrokovic.
This man's name is Mr. Dovic.
I was going to make him confess before I kill him. Now you can also hear. Sad możesz przyznać przed svima.
Tanya, this is not a way to get what you want.
I am Mr. Dovic. I'm innocent. I got wife, children. I'm a building contractor. Please.
Lażesz, Mucci. Innocent man does not plead for his life like this.
Tanya, even if this was who you thought it was, you should have gone to the police.
What? And lose my visa for being troublemaker? I ask you to help me, but you do nothing.
Tanya, look at me. I need you to look at something very carefully now. Jackie got this off the internet. It's a picture of Milandrokovic. It's not the same man. Please, really look at it closely.
I never forget his voice.
Two people can sound very similar. It was a long, long time ago.
Or his eyes.
You're mistaken. Take all the time you need.
If we establish this alarm was caused by one of your players, I will be writing to your chairman.
As will I, to report that this hotel falls far short of the standards we're used to.
Your squad falls far short of the standard of behaviour we expect of our guests.
I think you're forgetting who you're speaking to, Miss Mitchell.
I am speaking to an over-promoted hypocrite who screwed a married footballer in my hotel. It's not what I would call the highest level of professionalism, Miss Stoll.
I could sue you for a remark like that. What is it you want?
I want you and your team out of my hotel. Unless you want it leaked to the press that you and your team were thrown out.
Yes?
We're serving an early breakfast in the dining room now.
Excellent. Breakfast, and then out.
Oh, and 6 guests and Anna are still unaccounted for.
I'm so sorry, Charlie.
Take it downstairs.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mr. Dovic, on behalf of the Hotel Babylon, I apologise profusely for this horrendous incident. I will, of course, be calling the police immediately.
No! No police! Oh, God. The bitch must have hit me when I was asleep. Should have finished the job when I had the chance.
Oh, my God. Anna? Anna? Anna?
Rebecca.
Please tell me no one's dead.
My name is Adrian Tintagel. I'm ecstatic in my salvation. I'm at your service.
What did he say?
Something about being in your cervix.
Where am I?
Hotel Babylon.
That's not possible. The Earth?
Still very, very here.
The others?
Still unconscious. You see, you weren't saved, Adrian. No little green men are coming for you. Yes, of course, they're wearing white coats, that is.
Enjoy your breakfast, sir.
Thanks. Cheers. Enjoy.
It's only your autograph book now if you want.
Thanks, but it's full.
Right.
I've still got this.
Oh, this is standard. You've got the whole team.
Well, they're only too happy to oblige.
Thanks, mister. Your boss is brilliant.
All right, off you go.
Ah, my boss. He won't be quite so chuffed when he realises you faked every single one.
At least Clive Hocker's is genuine.
Well, Mr. Tintagel, I do hope that your next visit is under slightly less apocalyptic circumstances.
Am I eligible for air miles on this card?
Well, yes, you are, sir, but only as far as Alpha Centauri. After that, you're on your own.
You have my account ready?
Of course, sir.
Also, I'd like a taxi to take me to Heathrow.
There's a cab rank outside, sir.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what?
There is a cab rank outside.
No, I mean, I would like you to order me a taxi.
I'm afraid that's not going to be possible, Mr. Milindrokovic. I will have the number of your plastic surgeon, though. We get all sorts in here who need help to disappear.
Yo! Take my cases to the taxi.
Leaving.
I'm sorry, sir.
Order him to take my cases to the taxi.
Or what?
Somebody take my cases to the taxi. Now! As manager of this hotel, I demand that you make someone carry my cases to the taxi!
I can't do that, so I'm afraid you're going to have to carry them out yourself.
Tanya.
Mrtvasi.
A famous pig once said, all men are equal, but some are more equal than others. But it's precisely because it's always the pigs who say stuff like that the rest of us shouldn't accept it.
I can't believe this. The captain, David Osborne, has just been sick on the touchline. Apart from Clive Hocker, who scored a tremendous goal, the United players have been on and off the pitch during this remarkable game. The manager, Peter Yardley's job must surely be hanging by a thread. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There are more players leaving the field and they're throwing up.
And there's the whistle. It's 4 on to the minutes of the Conference League, and the Premiership giants are out of the cup.
Revenge is indeed sweet.
Yeah, like a pina colada with a cherry brandy chase, eh?
I can't speak for staff at other hotels, but here at Hotel Babylon, we'll put up with a lot. Like I said, just don't take the piss. And don't make us angry. You know why.
Very good to see you again.
Tits and teeth.
Does she ever stop?
Fortunately not.
You've got to be joking.
You're to blame for all of this.
7 years, man. It's cost for a pie.
Exploit me, big boy.
You want to make something of this?
You shall go to the ball.
I am indeed Julian Clary.
He just tried to shag me in the cloakroom.
You are so pathetic. I always wondered why you were so keen to work here.
Do you think I'm an idiot?
Yep.
Thanks.
Hotel Babylon continues at 9 next Thursday here on BBC HD. Sci-Fi next tonight with Torchwood.